The Pythagorean Illumikoi always had two tracks, and in effect two separate schools of thought. The inner circle of the Illumikoi were called the Mathematikoi, learners, and the outer circle, the Akousmatikoi, listeners. The Mathematikoi were dedicated to logos, reason, logic, mathematics, science and philosophy. The Akousmatikoi took the mythos approach of myth, legend, story, religion, ritual, mystery, mysticism, esotericism and magic. There were periods in ancient times when the Akousmatikoi assumed the dominant role, and Gnosticism, Hermeticism and late Neoplatonism belonged to this tradition. The early Neoplatonism of Plotinus was in the other tradition. The Mathematikoi have been firmly in charge of the Illumikoi since the time of Leibniz. The upshot is that Illuminism is the world's only logos religion, fully compatible with modern science, mathematics and philosophy, but has traditional, mythos-based religious aspects from which the rituals of Illuminism are taken. Illuminism is the perfect synthesis of logos and mythos. If you want to know everything, you must be an Illuminist. Humble student, did you come to learn? Or did you come to preach? A good student does their homework. Are you willing to do so? The original 10 degrees of the Illumikoi were intended to give members a complete knowledge and understanding of themselves, others and the universe, to allow them to fully actualize themselves dialectically, and reach their individual and collective omega point. The degrees constituted an integrated whole, a complete program for self-development, self-actualization and self-optimization, for bringing an individual into complete accord with the infallible, absolute, immutable, eternal truth of existence. All of the material in the books of the AC project is of course concerned with the 10 degrees of the Illumikoi. If you have read every book and internalized the values they express, you are in a position to validly regard yourself as an Illuminist. A good knowledge of our work would take as far as the 8th degree of Illuminism. The last 2 degrees are the supreme challenge, undertaken via the Chapel Perilous and the Wasteland. The people currently working on the frontier of ontological mathematics are all members of the Illumikoi. Only since the advent of the God series by Mike Hockney and Truth series by Dr. Thomas Stark, has it become possible for anyone outside the Illumikoi to get a glimpse of what we are doing. The big picture of ontological mathematics is completely established, and utilizes, among other things, a great deal of unpublished work in logic by Leibniz. This level of ontological mathematics, in all of its detail, is restricted to the highest level of the Illumikoi. The God Project will deliver the practical power to the Illumikoi to allow Illuminism to become the greatest force in the world. At that point, we shall usher in the second and final enlightenment, the true age of reason. The forces of darkness and ignorance will be dispelled forever. The power of logos mathematics will lay waste the world of mythos, religion and science. We are the outsiders, the heretics, the rebels, the revolutionaries, the blasphemers, the outcasts, the freethinkers, the radicals, the infidels. We are the resistance. We are the truth seekers. We are the Mathematikoi. We are the Hyperboreans. We are the Illumikoi, engaged in the Promethean and Faustian task of taking everything the gods have, for the benefit of humanity.